The nightly visitor, that unwelcome, wheezing, hate-filled thing which had terrorized me night after night, was not in the bottom bunk. It was in my bed. Oh God, what is it gonna be? I opened my mouth to scream, but nothing came out. Utter terror had shaken the very sound from my voice. I lay motionless. If I could not scream, I did not want to let it know I was awake. I had not yet seen it. I could only feel it. It was obscured under my blanket. I could see its outline, and I could feel its presence, but I dared not look. The weight of it pressed down on top of me, a sensation I will never forget. This thing is on top of him in his bed? Are you kidding me? When I say that hours passed, I do not exaggerate. Laying there motionless in the darkness, I was every bit a scared and frightened young boy. If it had been during the summer months, it would have been light by then. But the grasp of winter is long and unrelenting, and I knew it would not be... Oh God, what is... Do you guys hear the noises? Before sunrise, the sunrise which I yearned for. I was a timid child by nature, but I reached a breaking point, a moment where I could wait no more, where I could survive under this intimately deviant abomination no longer. Fear can sometimes wear you out, make you threadbare, a shell of nerves leaving only the slightest trace of you behind. I had to get out of that bed. Then I remembered the crucifix. I forgot about it too. My hand still lay underneath the pillow, but it was empty. I slowly moved my wrist around to find it, minimizing as best I could the sound and vibrations caused, but it could not be found. I had either knocked it off the top bunk, or it had, I could not even bear to think of it, been taken from my hand. Without the crucifix, I lost any sense of hope. Even at such a young age, you can be acutely aware of what death is, and intensely frightened of it. I knew I was going to die in that bed if I lay there, dormant, passive, doing nothing. I had to leave that room behind. But how? Should I leap from the bed and hope that I make it to the door? I don't know. What if it's faster than me? Or should I slowly slip out of the top bunk, hoping not to disturb my uncanny... He's on top of him, isn't he? Realizing that it had not stirred when I moved, trying to find the crucifix, I began to have the strangest of thoughts. Chapter 6, The Abyss. What's gonna happen? Oh my gosh. Oh, check this. This is one of the screenshots in the... Let me save really quick. This is one of the screenshots when you can very first download the game I saw. We're like in the water. This is actually pretty cool. Where do I go? Let's try swimming up. Where do I go? Oh, here we go. Okay. I wonder what purpose... Like, is this some sort of symbolism for something going on with this kid? Or is he dreaming again? Or is this just like a hallucination while that thing's on top of him? What the hell is this thing? Some more machinery? Let's go inside it, I guess. Is that his mom? Or his dad? Did you guys see him floating at the bottom of the screen? Drain water and remove diving gear? Yes. Alright, what is going on here? Is that the dad? What's the dad doing? The dad's behind this. What the hell is going on here? Read logbook? Yes. Oh god, do I need to read this? Alright, let's do this. Captain Theodore Fielding, September 2nd, 2007. Yeah, 2007. One of my biggest fears is deep water. Ironic when you consider the fact that I am now working on a mining station thousands of feet underwater in the Mariana Trench. Is that where we're at then? There's no way they would never make a mining station. It'd be too cost efficient. I've always wondered why I was afraid of reaching a simple conclusion. The fear presented here is actually going down beneath the surface into the depths. It's a combination of all of our most common fears. Number 1, fear of the dark. When you're at the bottom of a body of water, you can't see anything. It's pitch black. Have you ever tried to swim as far down in the lake as you can? It gets really dark and cold really fast, about 10 feet down. But even that's nothing compared to the deepest point in the entire crust of the earth, located at the bottom of the Pacific Ocean, the Mariana Trench, which is 38,000 feet, 38,000 plus feet. If you put Mount Everest at the bottom of the trench, the top of the mountain would still be over a mile below the surface of the ocean. Everything below you is complete darkness, and this definitely plays into our collective fear of the dark. Number 2, fear of suffocating. Have you ever gotten to the point where you swam down too far in the swimming pool and you seriously consider the fact that you might not make it back to the top before you ran out of breath? If you've ever been roughhousing as a kid with blankets and pillows and you accidentally got pinned down inside of a sleeping bag or something, and you get that point where laughter temporarily turns to screaming, you know what a scary concept of not being able to breathe is. Even if you have scuba gear with you down at the deep dark abyss, there's a chance a valve could pop or you could run out of oxygen. You can't see and you can't really take a deep breath. Could it get worse? Yes. Number 3, fear of the unknown. There are over 1 million species of creatures in the ocean that scientists estimate there are an additional 9 million species yet to be discovered. Is that true? That seems like a lot of species unidentified. That means we only know about 11% of the creatures in the ocean are. Most of the beings in the ocean are things mankind has never seen or heard of. Who knows what could be down there? Think about a time when you were walking in a dimly lit basement trying to find something. All of a sudden, something brushes up against the back of your neck. They become airborne, similar to a frightened cat, and instantly turn around and shine their flashlight to see it's never actually anything scary. But in the deep water, it's always something scary. It's dark, you can barely breathe, and something just touched you and you have no idea where they just went. But there is more fear, I'm afraid. Number 4, fear of flying insects. Imagine that you're walking along, all the beetles and scorpions crawling along the ground, the huge black hairy spiders that are hidden from view in the cracks, and the slimy worms and snakes that are burrowed beneath the ground simultaneously start flying anywhere they wanted. That is what the bottom of the sea without water would be like. For the strange creatures underwater, there is no up or down. Even the manliest men, even though they appear to be calm, quickly tense up and become filled with a secret fear that the bug might land in their eyeball or fly into their mouth, and that's why men try so hard to kill them. Unfortunately, in deep water, you can't see any of the undiscovered freakish flying creatures that have brushed past your body as you grasp at your suffocating throat. Number 5, fear of being caught. Imagine you're running from a bear. You will be eaten if you are caught. It doesn't help that bears can run faster sideways than the fastest human can run forward. Is that true? It doesn't seem like it'd be true. When you're at the bottom of the sea, everything that is around you was built to move in water. If something truly frightening, like a shark or giant squid, caught sight of you, you could turn the other way and flail about all you want, but the monster will catch up to you in a split second. You can't get away from anything. Even if you had the wherewithal to see and breathe, you couldn't run from danger. It would simply find you and devour you. There are lots of places that I wouldn't want to be, such as trapped in a burning house or alone in the vacuum of space. But in the burning house, I could at least see, and in space, at least there aren't any creatures that could get me. There are no other places in the universe that combine as many common fears as 7 miles below the surface of the Pacific Ocean. It is because of this combination of all of these fears that I am so horrified of the deep water. Damn, that That was serious. That was a lot of reading, but it was pretty interesting. I guess it's kind of true if you think about it. I mean, you made a good point. This is so cool though. Like, I'm loving the Mariana Trench. The scenery is awesome. Is that the father? Oh no, we're going deeper. What? What? I don't understand what the parents' role in this is though. Are they doing this to the kid? Oh no, we're gonna get eaten. This monster is about to eat us. It's gonna happen. Oh no. Oh yeah, I forgot we're still like trapped under this thing. What if it was asleep? It hadn't so much as breathed since I had woken up. Perhaps it was resting, believing that it had finally got me. That I was finally in its grasp. Or perhaps it was just toying with me. After all, it had been doing that for countless nights. And now with me under it, pinned against my mattress with no mother to protect me, maybe it was holding off, savoring its victory until the last possible moment, like a wild animal savoring its prey. I tried to breathe as shallowly as possible, and mustering every ounce of courage I could, I reached over slowly with my right hand and began to peel the blanket off of me. What I found under those covers almost stopped my heart. I did not see it, but as my hand moved the blanket, it brushed against something. Something smooth and cold. Something which felt unmistakably like a gaunt hand. I held my breath in terror as I was sure it must have now known I was awake. Nothing. It did not stir. It felt dead. After a few moments, I placed my hand carefully further down the blanket and felt a thin, poorly formed forearm. My confidence and almost twisted sense of curiosity grew as I moved down further to a disproportionately larger bicep muscle. The arm was outstretched, lying across my chest with the hand resting on my left shoulder, as if it had grabbed me in my sleep. I realized that I would have to move this cadaverous appendage if I even so much as hoped to escape its grasp. For some reason, the feeling of torn, ragged clothing on my shoulder of this nighttime invader stopped me in my tracks. Fear once again swelled in my stomach and in my chest as I recoiled my hand in disgust. At the touch of straggled, oily hair, oh God, no. This is terrible. This poor kid. I cannot bring myself to touch its face, although I wonder to this very day what it would have felt like. Dear God, it moved. Oh my gosh. Chapter 7, Hostia? Hostia? Alright, let's do it. Save yes. Check out this scenery. It's so gorgeous. I really, really like the art. It's so cool. It's so surreal, but I really like the... Wow, check out this too. Even the music. Let me turn it up for just a second. It almost looks like an underground city with lights on the ceiling. And of course this giant monster. Now we're about to go in. Well, we got more creatures here. Let's go in here, actually. Okay. The last enemy that shall be destroyed is death. What is going on? I have no idea. This game is so cool, though. I feel like there's a lot of symbolism that I'm kind of missing. Oh gosh, look at that fish. What is this? Oh Oh my gosh. I can't talk to anything in this room. Oh my god, what are these things? Am I gonna have to censor this? And having once chosen never to seek to return to the crossroads of that decision, for even if one chooses wrongly, the choice cannot be unmade. What is that supposed to mean? At the crossroads in life, what does one do? Stand at the crossroads if you will, but if you'll not choose, I'll move on without you. Alright, let's keep going. Oh, this is probably the crossroads they're talking about. Let me read what they said one more time. And having once chosen never to seek to return to the crossroads of that decision, for even if one chooses wrongly, the choice cannot be unmade. Crossroads in life, what does one do? Stand at the crossroads if you will, but if you'll not choose, I'll move on without you. Which way should we go? Let's try going up. Hey, that's the guy from chapter 2? Alright, well straight it is then. Let's go straight. Oh, we can't go anywhere. Let's go back. God, these things are creepy. Alright, we're definitely somewhere new now. Oh gosh, what is it? Where am I supposed to go? There's like something flashing in the telephone wires. Did you see it? I don't think I can go back. No, I can't. God damn, look at this, like, cyborg thing. There we go. Okay, I don't know if you had to talk to it, or maybe just wait a certain amount of time. Oh yeah, the thing's still on top of us. It moved. It was subtle, but its grip on my shoulder and across my body strengthened. No tears came, but God, how I wanted to cry. As its hand and arm slowly coiled around me, my left leg brushed along the cool wall, which the bed lay against. Of all that happened to me in that room, this was the strangest? Oh. God damn. That is... Oh, God, I don't even know what to say about that. Is that him looking under the blanket at the thing? Oh, God, it's terrible. I realized that this clutching, rancid thing, which drew Gray to life from violating a young boy's bed, was not entirely on top of me. It was sticking out from the wall like a spider striking from its lair. Suddenly, its grip moved from a slow tightening to a sudden squeeze. It pulled and clawed at my clothes as if frightened that the opportunity would soon pass. I fought against it, but its emaciated arm was too strong for me. Its head rose up, writhing and contorting under the blankets. I now realized that it was taking me. But where it was taking me? Into the wall? I fought for my dear life. I cried and suddenly my voice returned to me. Yelling, screaming, but no one came. What about the brother, too? Doesn't the brother hear him screaming? And the dad? When I realized why I was so eager to suddenly strike, why this thing had to have me now, through my window, that window which seemed to represent so much malice, from outside, streaked hope, the first rays of sunshine. I struggled further, knowing that if I could just hold on, it would be soon be gone. As I fought for my life, the unearthly parasite shifted, slowly pulling itself up my chest. Its head now poking out from under the blanket, wheezing, coughing, and rasping. Oh God, this is terrible. I do not remember its features, I simply remember its breath against my face, foul and as cold as ice. As the sun broke over the horizon, that dark place, that suffocating room of contempt was washed, bathed in sunlight. I passed out as its scrawny fingers encircled my neck, squeezing the very life from me. Oh my gosh. Is he okay? Did the sun save him? I awoke to my father offering to make me some breakfast. A wonderful sight indeed. I had survived the most horrible experience of my life until then, and now. I moved the bed away from the wall, leaving behind the furniture I had believed would stop that thing from taking a bed. Little did I think that it would try to take mine and me. Weeks passed without incident, yet on one cold, frostbitten night I woke to the sound of the furniture where the bunk bed used to be, vibrating violently. I lay there sure I could hear a distant wheezing coming from deep within the wall, finally fading into the distance. The following year I was given a larger room on the other side of the house, and my parents took that room as their bedroom. Wait a second. Is this thing like attached to the wall somehow? And why did the parents move into that bedroom? They said they didn't need a large room. Just one big... Oh, okay. Just one big enough for a bed and a few things. They lasted 10 days? Oh, and then we moved on the... Okay, so they just moved out. I thought they died. I was like, what's going on? We moved on the 11th. Okay. Is that it? It Moves, a game by Snow Owl. Snow Owl, very, very good game. Amazing. Love the scenery. Love the story. Love the surreal art style and kind of like all the imagery. I still have some questions though. Let me get through the credits really quick. Okay, so I'm still kind of confused on what was going on with the father. He was in some of the cutscenes, like when you were in the Mariana Trench, he was kind of floating around and he saw that diary. Was he in any way related? I don't really think so. And what happened to the parents in the 10 days they were in the room? I mean, this is a free game, by the way. It's really, really good. So I'm going to see if this game developer made any other games. Maybe we could do a couple more on this channel. So great game. Really, really liked it. I'll probably get back to Ao Oni after this video. And then other than that, I don't really know what to play right now. So if you guys have any suggestions, let me know. And if you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. And thank you for watching.